Hello, myself S.C. Pandey from Tagore Children Academy, Surajgarh. I am PhD Biology. Today I will tell you about the anatomy of testis and ovary. As testis, testis is called as male gonad, which is generally one pair in the male, and if TS of testis has cut, then testis shows the outermost layer called tunica vaginalis. This tunica vaginalis has two parts: outer parietal peritoneum and inner visceral peritoneum. In this way, the outermost membrane is called as the tunica vaginalis. It is called as tunica vaginalis, which has generally the two parts: outermost called as parietal peritoneum, and the innermost layer is called as the visceral peritoneum. Visceral peritoneum and parietal peritoneum makes the tunica vaginalis, outermost cover of the testis. Below tunica vaginalis, tunica albuginea found. It means testis surrounded by the outermost tunica vaginalis, inner tunica albuginea. Tunica albuginea, which shows the different partition as it makes the chamber, and each chamber has the seminiferous tubule. Seminiferous tubule, which has outermost tunica propria. This is the tunica propria. Tunica propria is the outer layer of seminiferous tubule, and after tunica propria, another layer is germinal epithelium. Germinal epithelium, which has small size cells called as spermatogonium, and large size cell called as Sertoli cell. The Sertoli cell is called as nutritive cell or supporting cell. Here, the Sertoli cell, which is larger in the size, generally provide the nourishment to the developing spermatozoa. That is why it is called as nutritive cell. or nurse cell. So several name has given for the Sertoli cell, which is larger in the size and generally it has the small size cell called as spermatogonium cell. Spermatogonium cell, which generally is smaller in the size, divides by the mitotic division into two cells, and this cell is diploid known as primary spermatocyte. It is called as primary spermatocyte. Primary spermatocyte cell is diploid. Later on, each primary spermatocyte cell divide into two cells, and these cells now known as secondary spermatocyte cell. This is secondary spermatocyte cell. Secondary spermatocyte cell is haploid. Here, secondary spermatocyte cell, which divides into the two cells which are generally oval in shape. These cells are called as spermatid. Spermatid also haploid structure. Each spermatid now produces, and after this, as a result of modification, each spermatid modified into the haploid spermatozoa. Spermatozoa has motile structure in the seminiferous tubule. Spermatid which produces spermatozoa. This process is called as the spermiogenesis. This is called as spermiogenesis, when spermatid modified into spermatozoa. These spermatozoa attach by the Sertoli cell and get nourishment. Spermatozoa attach with the Sertoli cell and get nourishment. So each cell, as a result of mitosis division, produces two cells in the spermatogonium, and the primary spermatocyte cell, which is diploid, as a result of meiosis first, it produces haploid secondary spermatocyte cell. So secondary spermatocyte cell produces as a result of meiosis first in the primary spermatocyte, which is diploid cell. As a result of meiosis second in the secondary spermatocyte cell, it produces spermatid. So secondary spermatocyte cell, which generally produces two oval shaped cells called as spermatid, by the meiosis second. So meiosis second is equal to the mitosis division. Meiosis second is equal to the mitosis division. Here each spermatid produces the motile structure spermatozoa which is attached with the Sertoli cell. Hence, Sertoli cell called as nutritive cell. Hence, Sertoli cell called as nutritive cell, or sometimes it is called as nurse cell. As sometimes the Sertoli cell name has given after the name of discoverer, but before this cell is called as supporting cell. When supporting cell swell up, it is called Sertoli cell. On the basis of such type of modification into the as spermatid modified into spermatozoa. Spermatid modified into spermatozoa. This condition is called as the spermatid when changes into spermatozoa. Spermatozoa which is haploid structure, this is called as spermiogenesis, and production of spermatozoa by the spermatogonium cell. This is spermatogonium cell here. This spermatogonium cell when develop the spermatozoa, this is called spermatogenesis. Here this is the TS of human testis. Means this is the anatomy of human testis. As the anatomy of human testis, which shows that testis has outer cover which is called as tunica vaginalis, and tunica vaginalis has outer layer parietal peritoneum. Parietal peritoneum generally has the rectangular type of cells. Below this visceral peritoneum is present. This is the visceral peritoneum layer, and both parietal peritoneum and visceral peritoneum makes the tunica vaginalis, outer layer of testis, and inner layer is called tunica albuginea. Tunica albuginea is the fibrous tissue and which generally has the many septation, like this tunica albuginea when reaches inner side in the testis, so it makes the septum, and this septum which generally divides the chamber into the here total number of chamber which is present in the one testis are 250, and each chamber has coiled tubular structure which is called seminiferous tubule. Seminiferous tubules are 2 or 3 in each chamber. When seminiferous tubule combine, it makes rete testis, and rete testis open by the Wolffian canal in the epididymis, and it makes more coil form vasa efferentia. Here seminiferous tubule has outer tunica propria and inner germinal epithelium layer. So germinal epithelium layer is inner and tunica propria is outer layer of seminiferous tubule. Germinal epithelium, which has small size spherical cells called as spermatogonium. Spermatogonium is smaller than the Sertoli cell, but Sertoli cells are less in the number. Few Sertoli cells only present in the germinal epithelium, and spermatogonium cells are present between the Sertoli cells. Spermatogonium cells by the mitosis division develop the primary spermatocyte cell. Primary spermatocyte cell is diploid. Diploid means it is too young. Then, as a result of meiosis first in the primary spermatocyte cell, secondary spermatocyte cell develop, which is haploid. When meiosis second occur in the secondary spermatocyte cell, it produces spermatid, and spermatid later on modified or differentiate into the motile cell, which is called as spermatozoa. Spermatozoa is haploid cell and generally has small tail. That tail part, which generally contain flagellum, hence by the help of flagellum spermatozoa can move. So this is the motile cell or active form cells for the movement. During the course of insemination, when the semen power in the vagina by the male genitalia, then sperm moves in the cervix and reaches in the fallopian tube, where fertilization occurs as a result of fusion of sperm with the ovum. So spermatozoa, which is later on known by the name as sperm, called as male gamete. This sperm is called as male gamete, and this sperm, when fuses with the ovum, which is called as ooted or female gamete, then internal fertilization has completed in the oviduct at the place of isthmus ampulla junction in the human female reproductive structure. Here the anatomy means internal structure study is called anatomy. Here TS of human testis. TS means transverse section. This type of sections which is horizontal to the earth surface. This section is transverse sections, and when testis has cut by the TS, then it shows the following structure in it. Here the testis anatomy has discussed, in which the one condition arises, that is the spermatogonium cell. Spermatogonium, which is diploid cell, generally develop the spermatozoa. Spermatozoa is haploid cell, and this is called as spermatogenesis. I have discussed already for spermatogenesis and oogenesis in the topic gametogenesis. So in the spermatogenesis, diploid cell spermatogonium as a result of meiosis division. As a result of here mitosis and meiosis both. Mitosis as well as meiosis, it produces the spermatozoa, which is called as sperm or male gamete. So sperm development take place in the seminiferous tubule, and this is the one seminiferous tubules which is spherical structure, and you can say these seminiferous tubules are structured as spherical body and which generally has Sertoli cells which is larger size and the small size spermatogonium cell. So Sertoli cell larger in size and spermatogonium cell smaller in the size. Here the Sertoli cell which is larger in the size, this spherical body called as seminiferous tubule. This is called as seminiferous tubule. Between the seminiferous tubule there are presence of the Leydig cell. This Leydig cell very important, which generally present between the blood vessels present in the connective tissue surrounding the seminiferous tubule. Here the TS of human testis has shown in the enlarged way, but this is the TS of testis very minute way. So seminiferous tubules, and between seminiferous tubules Leydig cell present, and these Leydig cell secrete a type of hormone which is called as a type of androgen and known as testosterone hormone. So testosterone hormone secretion occur by the Leydig cell which present between the spherical bodies seminiferous tubule, and Leydig cell present in the connective tissue. This Leydig cell which secretes testosterone hormone. There are two functions of testosterone hormone. One function is it generally stimulates the development of the secondary sexual character, and another function is testosterone hormone mostly responsible for the aggressiveness as shows the maleness. That is why testosterone called a male hormone. After discussion of the testis, we come to the anatomy of ovary. Here anatomy of ovary, which is called as female gonad. I discuss here anatomy of ovary. As ovary, which is called as female gonad, and ovary attached with the uterus by the help of ligament. Ovary attached with the uterus by the help of ligament, and it also attached with the mesentery which is present between the oviduct and uterus. Ovary, which generally has the outermost layer which is called as germinal epithelium. This is outermost layer which is called as germinal epithelium. Germinal epithelium generally has the squamous epithelium, means each cells are generally lens shape. Each cell is lens shape structure, and these cells later on form germinal epithelium. Above the germinal epithelium, one layer is present in the ovary, which is called as tunica albuginea. So, outermost layer is called tunica albuginea in the ovary. Below this, germinal epithelium present. This germinal epithelium, which generally produces the total ovary, has two parts. As innermost part, which is called as medulla, and medulla is inner part of the ovary, and outer part is called as cortex. So cortex is outer part of ovary. So ovary has two parts. Outer part is called as cortex and inner part known as medulla. Cortex part generally has the many Graafian nest. This Graafian nest, when developed as the single layer membrane, it is called primary Graafian follicle. Primary Graafian follicle later on develop into the secondary Graafian follicle. As the secondary Graafian follicle, which generally has a type of mitosis division, in which a large size cell and small size cell, means unequal division, result the first polar body and secondary oocyte formation take place. After this, the primary Graafian follicle, this is primary Graafian follicle. Primary Graafian follicle has important character because it is surrounded by the single membrane. And next one is known as secondary Graafian follicle. Secondary Graafian follicle generally surrounded by the two membrane. As this is the secondary Graafian follicle, which is surrounded by the two membrane. When secondary Graafian follicle develop into the tertiary Graafian follicle, which generally has the different parts, as tertiary Graafian follicle, also called as mature Graafian follicle. Mature Graafian follicle, which has a fluid called antrum, and if antrum present between the here secondary oocyte and the membrana granulosa. This is the membrana granulosa. Membrana granulosa surrounded by the two layers. Outer layer is called membrana externa and inner layer is called membrana interna. So the total structure of the mature Graafian follicle, which has outermost layer, which is called as membrana externa, innermost to this, which is called as membrana interna. Membrana externa present outside, membrana interna present inside, and below the membrana interna there is present a membrana granulosa, which surround the antrum, which is a type of fluid filled cavity. Antrum is called as fluid filled cavity, and after the breaking, this secondary oocyte when comes out, secondary oocyte when comes out, this is called as ovulation. After ovulation, here the formation of a blood clot structure, and this blood clot structure which generally called as corpus luteum in the ovary. Corpus luteum in the ovary which secrete a type of hormone called as progesterone hormone, and this progesterone hormone generally support the implantation and the development of embryo in the uterus. If less secretion of progesterone, then there is no implantation. Implantation means attachment of 32 cells blastocyst with the endometrium wall of uterus, and this implantation has done by the help of progesterone hormone and which secreted by the corpus luteum which develop after ovulation. Here ovum when comes out from the ovary, this is called ovulation. There is presence of the blood vessels also, which are generally the present here as blood vessels, and these blood vessels generally provide the energy to the ovary. In this way, you study about the male and female gonad anatomy. Male gonad is called testis and female gonad is called ovary. I explained in very brief, and ovary has two parts. Outer part is called cortex, inner part is called medulla. Graafian development occur in the outermost part which is called as cortex, and these Graafian follicles which generally secrete one type of hormone which is called as estrogen hormone. So estrogen hormone secretes by the Graafian follicle. Estrogen hormone secreted by the Graafian follicle, which is the first hormone of the ovary, and the progesterone hormone secreted by the another structure which is called as the corpus luteum. In this way, you study about the anatomy of testis and ovary in details. So you share and subscribe my channel Super Classes. Thanks.